It's Tuesday night, the 10th day of March, day 70 of my journey to alignment. Can you believe it? It's been 70 straight days of pursuing my goals for 2020, or what I'm calling my 2020 vision. And I've kept my word to myself, and I stuck with the win the morning, win the day routine for 70 straight days. And every day has been filled with power. I started strong, I stayed strong, and I ended strong for 70 straight days. And I'm not going to stop. I just want you to know that it's been so exciting and it's been quite the ride. So I hope you're doing the same thing for your life and for your dreams. Anyway, here's what I wrote down last night for my power statement that I read today. I will finish building out lesson 1 and give it a final once-over to make sure it's how I want it to be and it is good enough to charge people money for it, to watch it and use it. I hope it's great, and I'm sure it is. So once again, let me show you what I did. Let me just get this together here. There we go. There's that. There's that. Over all the others, and soon you'll hear them say, "That's the one." Excuse me. Now, to help you in this process, I have listed a link to a PDF of an article I read years ago, written by a man named Seth Godin, entitled The Idea Virus. It's right under the link for Lesson 1's worksheets. I think you're going to love it. As you are considering your own business idea, he gives you such a great plethora of ideas. So happy reading. Once you've honed in on that one driving idea, and you really feel excited about it, the next step is to start researching your idea. That way you'll ultimately find that it's a really good one or it's a real stupid one. You'll find out for sure, I promise you. If you'll do that by going online and doing some searches to find out whether or not there is real interest in the business idea that you've settled in on, then you're definitely ready for lesson 2, identifying your target market. So there you go. That is so fun. Done! There you go. It's done. I now have really good understanding of the idea of what it's going to take to write up and record and build out a lesson after lesson after lesson for the Living the Dream coaching package. And I only have to duplicate this process 11 more times. Oh man, I'm so excited. Anyway, I want to show you my to-do list here. This is for Tuesday. Let's see. Finish that lesson 1. Oh boy, done. Check the email inbox. Check my amounts for accounts for bills. In other words, finish up. I had to transcribe a part of an audio for my daughter's hearing that's coming up on the 27th, and got that done for her. Kind of waylaid me a little bit, but okay, I promised her, and I got it done. So here you go, Tuesday. Bam, done. Trash. I finished all the tasks on my list, and more importantly, I finished the most important task, which is this big piece of my dream of coaching and the package on the website coming from the portal of my mind into the world of the physical. I decided that the next task I was going to manifest in another lesson was another lesson, lesson 2, identifying your target market, where you saw the little picture at the end. It's going to be fun and exciting and far less stressful because I've learned quite a few things about it. Okay, let's go ahead and answer Croy's get honest with yourself questions. What didn't go well today, Marty? Or what could you have done better? Did you wake up early and start strong? Did you start your morning with power? Were you more productive throughout your day? Did you get most important things done today? Well, I sure did. Did you move your goals forward? Absolutely. Did you show up as the person you wanted to be? Absolutely. What about your personal time with Kathleen? Were you present? I said, she's home at a 5:35. Rushed down there. She came in from the garage door to the back, and I gave her a hug, and it was a fantastic little greeting we're doing now for day after day after day, and it was a great evening tonight. So the next question is summarized of the didn't go well question and the previous did you questions I just went through. To get honest with myself, Croy asked, what was the one thing out of all the things you did today, Marty, that you know you could improve on going forward? In other words, did you fail at anything today that you can turn into a tool of success? Well, in reviewing my efforts today, I noticed that there were several verbal muffs, just like you hear me doing all the time in these little video entries, that I made in a few of the slides that I looked at in regarding having a good idea or starting a business, whatever. I'd muff a word here or there. Well, I don't think there were any gaffes, but like I said, there were a few noticeable misspeaks that I thought about fixing and maybe redoing some of the 2 or 3 slides that I saw it on. But in thinking it through, I decided to leave them as they are and learn from them, and hopefully you'll learn that you don't have to be perfect to succeed. You don't have to go over and over and over and fall into a perfectionism trap. I don't want to do that again, so I'm going to just leave it as it is and use the power of the flicker and move on. What's nice about it is I now know I need to give myself a nice lead in of quiet, just kind of, and then start the recording, and then when I'm finishing that little section, kind of finish the recording, give it a moment before I shut it off, and then I can edit the beginning and the ends and start it with those little in and out designs and graphics. So I've learned quite a bit, and so it's going to be even better one starting with lesson 2. I also learned that I need to read each piece of the script that I'm saying and writing and doing. I need to read it over several times and going over it, any difficult tongue twister parts, and get it more clear in my mind, ready to go, so I'm far more comfortable with it. And I'll just get better as I go. But I had to start. I had to get forward. I didn't want to wait for all red lights to be turned green before I start on the journey. It was first green light I took. If I ran into a red light, I sat a while and thought about it and kept on going and kept on going. And that's how I'm going to do lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to lesson 12. It's worth the price. So the next question is, what was my biggest success today? My biggest success today was not only finishing lesson 1, it was also making the decision to jump right back on the saddle and start recording lesson 2. I'm excited to get my 12 lessons built out and ready for the web, and so I'm not going to slow down and go over here and I'm going to get those lessons and keep on going and feel that momentum. The next question is, what movies did you watch in your mind today, Marty? Did you make time for them? Well, today was a constant pre-play of a finished lesson. I saw it on my mind and on the website and saw it sitting there with a beautiful picture, and they just click on it. It opens up and starts right away. I saw it clicked on by people. I saw it being watched by people. I saw my clients, my beginner entrepreneurs enjoying themselves and maybe even laughing at me a little bit, and even talking to other people about living the dream coaching package that they just started to look at. I just love it. It was a great movie today. Next is, what's the one thing you did that made you feel successful today, Marty? I just talked about the one thing I did today that made me feel really successful, and that was being able to imagine and believe in my mind the reality that I own already. It's already mine, that my 12 lessons are live on the website and people are using them and learning to grow their businesses and start their businesses and launch their businesses, and they're loving it, and they're coming to the online webinar calls. It's so exciting because I'm owning it. Because I thought it and was a strong desire, then I know it was mine and I'm taking ownership of it. It's a great thing. Next, Croy asks you to rate your day's effort. And so, you bet, I gave my day another 10. I finally gave myself another 10 because my effort today certainly deserved it. In my mind, I did. So, bam, another 10. Way to go, Marty. The next question is, if this was the only thing you get done tomorrow, but you'd still feel like a success, what would that one thing be? Now put it into a power statement. So I wrote out my power statement to say this. I will record lesson 2 of my 12 lessons to build business alignment, which are the heart of my Living the Dream coaching package. Those 12 lessons and then me coaching based on them. And that stirs up the questions, and then we have the fun coaching experiences online. I'm so excited about that. Like I've said all along, these podcasts and my 12 lessons are the products that I want people to pay good money for as an investment in themselves, which I'll use to help in my coaching of my beginner entrepreneurs. I'm getting so excited about that. I'm really seeing myself succeed as a coach in my mind. I'm almost there living it to help beginner entrepreneurs. That's the whole goal, is to help beginner entrepreneurs. It's for them. It's cashing in on and doing a service for other folks to start a business and launch and grow it. In other words, I'm feeling it. Okay, let's end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for quiet time. Listen to that. Every day I find myself taking a few minutes in the middle of the day to take in the quiet. It is particularly quiet in the early afternoon or in late evening like this when I'm here all alone. I often go to the movies in my mind and I read another chapter in a book or that I'm reading for the month, or I just relax and take my breathing and let my mind clear itself and do whatever it wants for just a few minutes. It's great. I love quiet time. Next, I'm grateful for little fans like the one you see over this shoulder in the corner there. It's just so great. I say that because the thermostat for cold and heat in our home is downstairs, and I don't like to have to stop everything, go downstairs to adjust it just a few degrees or whatever, and make that thermostat start to kick in the fan and put cool air or whatever. And so having this fan is so nice because I just have to reach back there and turn it on for a little while, and it gets all cooled up, and I'm fine, and it's just a great thing to have. I sure think so anyway. And lastly, I'm grateful for a little cheap teeth flosser like this one right here. I like this thing that I'm doing right like this. And I feel good about it. And so cheap. What a great invention. I don't know who thought of that, but way to go, whoever you are. I know that's funny, but there's a lot of little things that we all can be grateful for. And they all add up to make life fantastic. And so I want to be acknowledging of all those great inventions and all those dreamers out there that have made my life better. And I hope my dream is going to make thousands of people's life better for the future. So anyway, I need to close this off, so I hope you had a great day of living the dream. I sure did. Until tomorrow night, same time, same place, I wish everybody continued success. Good night.